Hello everybody and welcome to that new video. Today I want to illustrate the DATEDIF function. Probably you have never heard about that particular function for the motivation that I'm gonna tell later on in that video. The first thing that we want to know is the anatomy of the function, or if you want the syntax of the function. We type the equal sign and then we type DATEDIF followed by a parenthesis. And then the function has three arguments. The first argument is the start date. The second argument is the end date. The third argument is the time unit. The DATEDIF function is undocumented. It means that if we press F1 and we go into the Excel help system and we type DATEDIF, the search, if we narrow the search, so the result of the search is sorry, there are no results for DATEDIF. So you won't find any information in the Excel help system on that function. Here I have a little example on how the function works. I have start date and end date, the time units expressed by the Y letter, the M letter, and the D letter. Here it is the DATEDIF function. The first argument is the start date, the second argument is the end date, and the third argument is the Y letter in that first case. If the third argument is the Y letter, the DATEDIF function returns back the time between the start date and the end date as expressed in years. If the third argument is the M letter, the DATEDIF function returns back the time between the start date and the end date expressed in months. If the third argument of the function is the D letter, the DATEDIF function returns back the time between the start date and the end date expressed in days. We can combine the time units to obtain some nice results. Here the third argument is the usual Y letter and it returns 34 years. Here the third argument is a combination of the Y letter followed by the M letter. In that case the DATEDIF function returns back the time difference exceeding from the start date and the end date exceeding the years in months. So between that date here and today there are 34 years and 5 months. The third combination is this one. The M letter followed by the D letter. The DATEDIF function returns back the days exceeding months. So we have that the time difference between the start date and the end date is 34 years, 5 months, and 25 days. The last combination returns back the days exceeding years, and the time unit is expressed by the Y letter followed by the D letter, as you can see. Of course, it is possible to hard code the time unit inside the function. The result is the same. The last thing is a nice little formula that returns back the age of a person. It is simple. We just use 3 DATEDIF function combined with the join symbol and some text string. As you can see by yourself, this formula is very simple to realize, and you can obtain a nice result with that simple syntax. The next spreadsheet, the next worksheet that I have here is a comparison. The DATEDIF function is precise. When we want to calculate the age of a person, for example, I have here some random birth date, and that is a simple formula that calculates the age of a person. It takes advantage of the today function that returns back the today, the actual date inside the year function that converts, that takes just the year of the date that today function returns back, minus the year of the birth date. And here I have the DATEDIF function that takes as a second argument the today function, and as a first argument the birth date, and the time unit, as a time unit I have the Y letter. As you can see here, I have the absolute value function. There is a difference between the two calculations here. In 7 cases out of 9, the first formula gives an error, while the DATEDIF function calculates precisely the age of that person here. The last thing that I wanna tell you is that the DATEDIF function has a little bug. When you want to calculate the time between the end of January and the first day of March, that particular combination of the time units gives back a negative number. Okay, it's a small bug, but the function, the DATEDIF function, remains a very good way in which you can calculate the difference, the time difference between two dates. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.